Hello, my good friends, and welcome. I'm back in front of the shelves, but today they're blurred, and I'm going to talk about some autumnal reads. Be sure to stay to the very end, in which I will introduce you to the most autumnal book of all time. Roll it. So the first autumnal book I have here, now I'm calling these autumnal, whether it's because they take place in fall. I know a lot of people see Dark Academia as autumnal, or maybe it's on the cover. It just feels fall to me. And fall is actually my favorite season. My birthday is in less than 2 weeks, which is one of the reasons I like fall. And it's like the start of holiday season, and October is when it finally starts cooling down in Texas. If you watched my live stream yesterday, you'll know that it was still 95 degrees in Texas. Right now it's 9:30 at night and it's about 87 outside. So, yeah. So the first book I have is Geekerella. Can we... There, Geekerella. Can we focus it? Oh, man. There we go. First book I have is Geekerella. Sorry for that. But the reason I am choosing this as autumnal, there we go, if I put it by its shirt. The reason I'm choosing this as autumnal is because of this pumpkin. And I'm actually bought this for my classroom along with 2 other books, Fangirl and the Dork Diaries, specifically for girls. Most of my students are boys. I have a lot of dyslexic boys in my class because we're like a struggling reader class. So obviously Geekerella, Cinderella retelling, and of course the pumpkin cart. Next is The Bastard King. I talked about this one in my Preptober, my Middle Ages book haul. I will go ahead and say I'm probably not going to read a lot of these coming up since October is Preptober and I'm looking to really get into NaNoWriMo and actually write the 50,000 words getting towards my novel. So this is one I will actually be reading because it's Middle Ages. It's about William the Conqueror and his wife Matilda. So it has a very autumnal color. So here we go. And then Redwall. This one I probably will not be reading because it's not historical fiction, but it's like historical fantasy, and it's about a rodent. So come on, you know me and rodents. But I hear this is kind of like Pillars of the Earth for children. So yeah, Pillars of the Earth with mice. How cool is that? And speaking of Pillars of the Earth, the next book I'm going to mention is World Without End, because that book actually opens on Halloween in the 1300s. And something really pivotal to the twist at the end happens on Halloween, so it's all going back to Halloween. So World Without End. And to continue talking about Ken Follett, what is this one called? A Dangerous Fortune. This is A Dangerous Fortune. Let's see. And this takes place at a public school in England, which, if you're American, those are our private schools. A boarding school where there's a murder. So, Dark Academia. This one goes along with the covers. The Red Queen. I will be reading it. And it's about Margaret Beaufort, who is the mother of Henry VII. And obviously, this is going to culminate in the Battle of Bosworth, and I think she's got a very autumnal dress on. And so the only spooky book, I'm going to read, I know for a fact I'm going to try to read this October, is called The Spite House. I talked about it on my live stream with Britain. This is a Southern Gothic novel. So something about Southern Gothic just feels really autumnal with the swamps and all of that. So yeah. The Spite House. And then another one I already started reading, When Christ and His Saints Slept. This is a very autumnal color with the brown. Let's get it. With the brown and the red and the orange. So this is about the anarchy the war that takes place in like the 1130s, 1140s, 1150s between Stephen and Matilda in England, and it is very much a result of something that I'm going to be writing about. All right. Thanks for sticking with me through all the blur. I have found, I think, the most autumnal book in the history of books. Little bit of an exaggeration, but boom! Anatomy, a love story. Edinburgh takes place at the Edinburgh Medical School, which I actually wrote about myself. And look at that, the human heart. How cool is that imagery? So it takes place during the fall semester at Edinburgh Medical School. And is there anything more autumnal than body snatchers? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. So that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this very short video, and please keep reading, keep writing, keep loving words. I'll see you next time. Bye.